Today, Dr. Michael has served on the board of the Global Foundation for Integrative Medicine and as a commissioner of the International Tribunal for Natural Justice. Dr. Michael has featured globally in a variety of books, newspapers, journal articles, including peer-reviewed University of Hawaii study on seizure disorder in autism. The true bio-scalar EES system technology has been broadcasted widely on radio and TV and seen on CNN, Fox News, The Doctors, Wall Street Journal, and the Beverly Hills Times, plus being highlighted in a full-length movie titled The Grand Self. So I welcome, I'm so honored, please bring this beautiful lady in. Come on through. Thank you so much for honoring the stage.
So, yeah, I always like to start everything by saying aloha, because the most powerful word for a kahuna, that's considered the most powerful word in the universe for a kahuna, is aloha. And I'm recognized as a kahuna, but I'm not here to share that I'm a kahuna. I'm sure that you're all kahunas, should you choose to accept it. Ka means a keeper or knower, huna of the secrets and mysteries of life. And your first lesson as kahunas is the ha breathing right. So you're going to be taking long, deep breaths, because after all, if you have access to unlimited power, infinite intelligence, unconditional love, what's the problem, right? It can all be easy. But how do you access it? And so rather than sitting on your access, you're going to allow that power to rise up through your spinal column, the kundalini to rise, that fully raised hood of enlightenment of the Christed beingness that you are. You know, so you're going to allow that to rise up, your power to rise up from within you and claim your power and connect to that power. And so you're going to use everything tonight as I'm sharing with you. I want you to use everything, anything and everything. I'll be sharing some chants, I'll be sharing some understanding, some knowledge, but use everything to be turning up the volume. Use all the energy of this divine timing to be turning up the volume on your own inner knowing, to just know all that there is for you to know here now. Because we're here in these bodies on this planet at this time on purpose. We need, probably don't need that mic since I'm mic'd. Okay, we're here on this planet, this amazing, beautiful Gaia planet, what we call, the Aina, that earth that shares so much love with us, and loves us so much. So this is a time of honoring of the Aina, just like they're doing in Uluru, in Australia, with ceremonies there. We want to connect with that earth, the Aina, that shares so much love. And how we're going to do that is through the sacred breath of life. Aloha means I honor that sacred breath of eternal life, the energy and the power that interconnects all things, animates our hearts, and then fills us with the love that we share. And we're here to share in that aloha spirit, that oneness with the breath and the love of all life. So you're going to breathe in, like I said, if you have access to unlimited power, infinite intelligence, unconditional love, what if you could right now breathe in all the power, all the light, all the love of the entire universe right into your heart. Aloha. Do it again. Breathing deeply and fully to allow yourself your fullest and highest experiences and expressions of your greatest life, your greatest love. What if you could really live it? No more freaking excuses. Okay? No more excuses. This is a timing we've been waiting for, and we're the ones you've been waiting for. And tonight is especially about release of the past. As there's been a lot of past on this planet. Whether you believe in past lives or not, I don't care. There have been a lot of past lives on this planet. It's all in your DNA. We want to call forth all the wisdom of the past, of all the ancestors, of all the ancestral lineage. Let's call forth all that wisdom to be fully present within us right now, right here, right now. Because we are here right now in the fulfillment of all the prayers, all the promises, and all the prophecies of all who have gone before us. And this is the time, it's a divine time of prophecy, this great alignment in the heavens of this solstice star. You know, some people have called it the Star of Bethlehem. I like the Star of Christmas because this is about our Christ light and the time of the greatest darkness. We're in very deep shift on this planet of what appears very dark, but it's the darkness before the dawn. It's darkness before the light. And this is bringing this bright light of hope and peace and joy and the abundance, all that we came here for. So what if you could be here now of all the purposes of ever showing up on this beautiful planet in the first place, because you're here, so you might as well really be here now. What if you could live, you wouldn't have your highest visions, you wouldn't have your highest purpose if you weren't here to fulfill it all now. And that means you have everything to be able to fulfill it. We're doing all the homework, all the stuff of the past is all the homework, right? Everybody's been doing their homework, done it to the max. We had to do victim really good, right? It's been done to the max, because how are you going to be a true master unless you've done your stuff to the max intimately? Intimately. You had to know it intimately. You had to do it to the max to be able to be a true master. So now it's time. I'm going to invite you to accept your master's degree from your own you, and it's time to do you to the max. Anything and everything you are here to fulfill. Let's do it. Let's hit that ball and run, go. Let's do this now, because that's what this timing is about. We've waited a long time for this time on this planet. It's been 800 years just since we've had a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in air signs. I mean, this is major, this Jupiter and Saturn, Jupiter, the great benefic coming together, the great guru of enlightenment, expansion, abundance, but expanded knowledge and wisdom, coming together with Saturn, busting all the old programs, busting the past, there's got to be a destructuring to be the restructuring of new forms. We want to go from the the old versions that have been collapsing and dissolving, this disillusionment, and go from that, that destructuring, which can look very dark, just like a cocoon, where they've been feeling very restricted and bound and dark. But it's before the butterfly emerges. It's the darkest before the light. And that's where we're going. It's from dark to light. And that's this great timing that we're in. So I want to celebrate tonight with so many ways, because you got to be grateful for all of it. Grateful. You know, that's that ho'oponopono, which means making what's right more right. Pono means alignment. Pono means balance. Pono means effectiveness is the measure of truth. By the fruit you know, and it's the truth that will set us free. Effectiveness is the measure of truth. So I'm going to share with you tools that are very well seasoned, thousands of years of effectiveness. And we're going to call forth all this wisdom of all the ancestors, all your grand self, that grand self movie I was in, and all your higher selves, your higher beingnesses, calling forth all the wisdom of all that has gone before you in this great time, the Ha breathing right. Okay, is everybody ready for this? Okay, you're going to breathe in all the power, all the light, all the love of the entire universe right into your heart. And when you think you've filled it up, go for the expansion. This is Jupiter expansion to create the new forms of your new models of your life and our world. So when you think you've had it all, Let a little bit more in. There's always room for more love somewhere. Let it in. So the exhale can be a total relaxation. It's a low, that total relaxation, so you can relax into a new place of peace, new place of joy, of pleasure, new place of centeredness, because this is all from your heart. And it's this infinite wave of love that flows out infinitely. And the more love you allow yourself to have, because you can't share something you haven't let yourself have. So this is radical self-love. You want to feel all that love, all the love that, love yourself as much as Christ loves you. What if you could love yourself as much as God loves you? What if you could love yourself as much as everybody in your life who's ever loved you, and you breathe it all right in right now? How much love are you willing to feel? Because the more love you allow yourself to feel, to have, and to know, and to be, the more it allows for everybody. And that love, your light, your love, is so powerful that it can flow out to touch the hearts of all being, to feel more love now, right here. And this is a scalar wave. This is an infinity wave. That's the easiest way to understand scalar. And it's that light coming together with all the love and flowing out infinitely. And to radiate the light, because the more we radiate light, as you're breathing light through every cell and every part of yourselves, through all parts of the universe, letting every cell know and remember the power, the truth, and the love of your being here now. The more you allow yourself to have, to know, to be, the more it allows for everybody. Would you deny yourself or anybody else that love right now? Does the planet need it? Fear and love cannot share the same space. So how much love are you willing to feel? And breathe it in, because fear was just forgetfulness. That there is nothing more powerful than love. Fear was just thinking there was something bigger than God. Fear was just forgetfulness of who we are, all that we are, all that we're here for, all that we have access to. Is everybody still breathing? Breathing deeply and fully to allow yourself your fullest and highest experiences. Because there's nothing to hold on to in this flow. The joy is in that flow. It's breathing light through every cell, every part of you, allowing every cell to know, remember the power of the truth of that love of your being here now, which is aligning every part of you, being aligned by that light, with that light, and as that light, highest powers of love here on earth, as is in heaven, through us now. We're glad we're here, grateful for all of it, because that's what allows the healing. That's what allows the clearing. Whatever you've resisted has persisted. Whatever you've focused on has expanded. So you want to focus on the light, focus on the love, focus on reaching for your greatest ideals, your greatest dreams, your greatest visions. Because you wouldn't have them unless you were here to fulfill them. And you wouldn't have them unless you had everything to fulfill it. So breathe in anything and everything you could possibly want or need, to do anything and everything you could possibly want or need to be here now. And in that reaching for your higher vision, everything else is let go of in the process. How cool is that? Letting it go. Love is letting go. And we're unlimited, infinite, powerful beings, the God beings. We're going from mankind to humankind, the God beings. Hu is another name for God. That metamorphosis that we're going into, of the activation of all the 12 strands of the DNA, all of our gifts, all of our powers. We're all here to be superheroes. So breathe it all in. Are you willing to live your greatest life or not? That is the challenge. And the trick is, the tricky little thought, the root of all negativity, the tricky little thought, not good enough yet, not God. Coulda, should be, could be, should be, would be better if only, a bunch of shitty attitudes. God doesn't sit on himself, and Goddess certainly doesn't. Okay, Goddess is into pleasure. So you're going to breathe in all that light. And this is a divine opportunity with this timing to let go. Absolutely let go. If you have access, if you're unlimited, there's nothing you can't let go of. What if you could really know that? Not a theoretical, intellectual belief system. What if you could really know and remember who you are, all that you are, all that you have access to, all that you have access to, how highly you're connected in every moment. God's only a breath away ever. And the only way anything ever got stuck from the past was a fear reaction pattern. Don't want to be here, don't want to deal with it, don't want to feel. Well, if God is all there is, if love is all there is, what would there ever be to be afraid of? It's like, so the next time you find yourself creating a fearful thought or something a little less than ecstatic and orgasmic and ideal or optimal or really fun and pleasurable or something really wonderful and loving, because you're here to share. The only thing you ever want to share with anybody, it's your light, your love, your wisdom, your joy, your pleasure, your happiness, abundance, peace, prosperity. So what are you sharing? Every thought creates. There are no insignificant thoughts. So what do you want to share now? So as soon as you find yourself doing a little thought, a tricky little thought, not good enough, not God, the denial of God, not good enough yet, could be, should be, would be better, but just shitty stuff. You're just going to go, oh, go back to that, take you that deep breath. Oh, I forgot who I am. How silly of me. I forgot. And that breath is like saying, oh yeah, I remember who I am. It's the breath that brings us present. It's your I am presence. That's your power. It's all in the breath. That's the big, big secret of that, your spark of life. And the word spirit, your Holy Spirit, the sacredness of your body, who you are, the sacredness of earth and of life. That sacredness means that space where there's no desecration, no violation, no more abuse. Are you willing to let it go? Because the only way things got stuck was from your own holding patterns in your own breath, the ways you've held on. And the body, if you want to know where you've held on to, your body will tell you. It's a continual monitoring device. It's a condensation of consciousness of all the cellular memories. So you're going to lighten up and breathe light to every part of yourself. So there can be that joyful release, that letting go that feels so good. Because it feels so good to just let go and trust and be fully supported in your greatest life and your greatest love. But if you could have the love you've always wanted here on earth now, and it's only a breath away. It's like, oh yeah, I remember who I am. Fear was just that forgetfulness. Fear was false evidence appearing real. Did you buy it? We don't need any more fancy victims. Victims been done really good on the planet. And if God is all there is, what would there be to be afraid of? If you have access to unlimited power, infinite intelligence, unconditional love, everybody's heard about all these things. But if you have access to that, what would there ever be to be afraid of? There is nothing more powerful than your light and your love. And we are literally beings and bodies of light. The core of the DNA is literally the stuff from the stars. It's the light within you. That's the core of your DNA. And this timing is an activation of this light. I'm going to turn the lights on. That's what enlightenment is, and you got to lighten up, literally. So breathing light, breathing love, and letting go of anything and everything that no longer serves your highest in your being here now. And some of the secrets, okay, love brings up anything and everything unlike itself to heal. Okay, so if you've committed to unconditional love, what does that mean? It means letting go of every freaking excuse you've ever had for not being in love. So you will be tested. You committed to unconditional love. It means letting go of every condition, every excuse. Judge not was really a commandment. So you committed to letting go of every excuse you ever had for not being loved. And love will guaranteed bring up anything and everything unlike itself to heal, to clear. So get excited about it, huh? It means you're in deep shift. And there's always room for more love somewhere. So you can get excited about finding more ways. God is all there is. What is there not to love? And so you will be tested. Well, where's the love in this? And what about that? There's no love in those. You will be tested. And what are you going to do if evil is in your face, shows up? Can you love it? Can you love it? Love is acceptance, allowance, and appreciation. He who is grateful in all things shall be made glorious. So your attitude of gratitude is your real key to your power in these times. And that's part of the secret, because you can't let go of something you haven't let yourself have. You want to feel everything fully to be able to feel the fullness of the ecstasy of the love that's really behind it all. It's a shamanic journey. Pain only shows you where your greatest resistance to pleasure has been, where you've held on to ideas of how things should be. Constriction, like I said, how things got stuck in the body was from that stoppage of breath. Don't want to be here, don't want to deal with it. Live people breathe, dead people don't. You're either doing more of one or the other in every moment. What are you doing? What are you choosing? Every moment is a choice. How do you want to experience your body, your life, our world, our relationships here on earth now? This is time of prophecy. We want a new heaven and a new earth through us really showing up. And as soon as you're present with anything and everything with love, it all heals and it all clears. So, feel it to heal it is a thing. So let yourself feel everything fully. We've been taught to dumb down, numb down, painkillers. So those are the real killers. You want to feel everything fully, to have full awareness. How are you going to do your shamanic journey into the darkness, into the dark parts of self, into those things that you haven't wanted to feel and be with and deal with? That's where your power is, because behind it all, you want to feel the actual love, the ecstasy of that love, that orgasmic energy of creator and creation coming together within you, and feel that amazing ecstatic love that's really behind it all. But that is your shamanic journey. That is that journey into the dark parts, the hidden parts. It's a collective journey that we're having with this amazing timing that we're in. Are we going to choose our sacred sovereignty, or are we going to continue with being fancy victims and enslavement on this planet? This is meant to be the pleasure planet. Goddess is into pleasure, so this is also about the feminine energy stepping up to create the balance of that God-goddess alignment within you. And I will be sharing the higher self-alignment process of this I think on Wednesday, the 23rd, when that's the day of alignment. And I wanted to talk about what allows instantaneous healing, instantaneous release. And it says, as soon as you're present with anything and everything with love, it all heals, it all clears. There's another secret of instant healing. As soon as you get the message from higher self what something's about, no more need for the symptom. How cool is that? So be still and know. And there's another commandment from the Bible. It is really shut up and listen. Everybody got that? Then do you listen to that still small voice when it's a still small voice? Or did you wait till it was yelling and screaming at you? Did you wait for the 2x4s? Did you wait for the steamrollers? Eventually you learn to listen sooner. Be still and know. Really shut up and listen. Are you going to get the message from your higher self or not? Because as soon as you get the messages from your higher self, all the symptoms, no more need for the symptoms. This is our healing. That's the secret of instant healing. So I would like everybody to take a real deep breath, using everything to turn up the volume on your own inner knowing. Take that real deep breath and let yourselves just know all that there is for you to know here and now. The knowing which allows all things to totally heal and clear as issues in your body, your life, your relationships, for all of humanity, for our whole world and our universe and our multiverses now. What if you could feel so much love that you allow the whole universe to feel the presence of that love of your being? What if you could feel so much love connected to the heart of Mother Earth that loves us so much, the Aina that shares so much love with us, the Earth, the Gaia, and really connect and allow that power, that connection through your core, through your root, through your sacrum. That's where the secrets are held in your body, the sacrum. That's where your connection is. That seat of power is where you've been. That's where you've been sitting on your access. That's where you want to access that power and allow that Kundalini to rise up from within you, and to connect with the grand central sun, the heart of all that is, the creator, heart of the creator, through you. So, breathing light, breathing love, this infinite flow of love that radiates out infinitely to touch the hearts of all being. Are you willing to feel that love, that much love, or not? What the heck, you're here. Might as well go for it. This is what we're here to share with you. I do want to be sharing a chant for instant release as well. This is old science, these chants. How are we running for timing? What are we doing? What else did you want me to talk about? We're unlimited. There's nothing we can't let go of. As soon as you're present with anything with love, it all heals. As soon as you get the message from higher self, what something's about, no more need for the symptom. Feel everything fully, to be able to feel the fullness of all the love, the ecstasy, the orgasmic energy that's really behind it all. That's your ecstatic states, that's the journey of the shaman. And you know that we're in deep shift as a planet. I can't tell what that says from here with the lights. Well, huh? 30 minutes. Oh, wow. I have lots of time. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a clock here. Well, that's handy too. Okay. We're in deep shift, and we're really at a critical timing right now. Everything is choice, and what do you choose to create? And it's time to remember that you are at choice. You can choose how you're experiencing your moments. Nobody does your feelings to you. Nothing makes you feel fear. Nothing can make you feel anything. That's how you've given away your power. So I want you to turn off the boob tube. Oh, that's what my dad called it. But programming, the television program, why is it called programming? You want to let go of that programming of the mind control. You want to take back control of your mind, to choose your thoughts, rather than reacting to things out of all this fear program. Let's say aloha to that. Yeah, aloha freaking ha, okay? So, say aloha to it because that fear is so damaging. If you knew what that did to you at the biochemical levels and the biophysics levels and what it does to the hormones and all that fear, you would never, ever, ever abuse yourself in such a way to have a negative thought. This is about radical self-love. You would never do those thoughts to yourself. So, maybe unplug from that television, either that or see it as the prayer line and what you can pray about more and where there's room for more love on the planet and use it to spread and share love because it's the only thing you want to choose to share because whatever you send out comes back multiplied. And the more wrong that you saw things, the more wrong things got. And what I want to share is Ho'oponopono is making what's right more right. But the more you focus on the perfection of everything that's gone on, the more you focus on the perfection, the more the perfection can manifest more perfectly. That's the ultimate perfectionist trip. So the more you focus on perfection, the more the perfection can manifest more perfectly. And this is a time of manifestation, a powerful manifestation of Jupiter, the great benefic, the great blessings, the guru planet, the teacher, the teachings and the wisdom and the abundance and the prosperity coming together with Saturn, which has been of the old structures, the limitations. Well, we're creating the future, new structures, the new forms. Yeah, we want to go from the new world order to the new earth of sovereign sacred beings, a freedom, a freedom. And it's the truth that sets us free. So quit buying the lies and quit paying for the lies. Every dollar's a vote. And what are you voting for on the planet? If you love yourself, you're not going to do those negative thoughts to yourself. If you love yourself, you're not going to poison yourself. So quit paying for poisons. Quit paying. Every dollar's a vote. What have you been voting for? You've been voting for the things that have been enslaving us more. Have you been voting for the things that have been poisoning the planet or yourself or others? Law of consumer demand is very powerful. What are you doing with your energy? You have accountability because whatever you send out comes back multiplied. So you want to make, empowerment means making more intelligent, more informed, healthier choices for yourself, for the world, for everybody. Because we're in this time of amazing shift and it's kind of shift or get off the planet. We're experiencing that. People have been given opportunities to check out. I mean, of course, there's more people who have died from suicide than from this actual so-called pandemic, which is a fear program that's been through the media and that control. So you want to take back that. And what do you want to create? Because we are the ones we've been waiting for. And the future cannot be stopped. We are here for the future. We are the future. So you want to think the thoughts that create what we want to create. Every thought creates. What do you want to create? Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. The more you focus on what was wrong, the more freaking wrong everything had to get. Please give that up. Aloha. Now. What if you could really let it all go? And if you find yourself creating something a little less than ideal, remember, it's your power to take that deep breath, go, oh yeah, that's not the truth of my being. The truth of my being is, because as soon as you say that, that's not the truth of my being. As soon as you find yourself in a negative thought, a negative experience, a negative environment, whatever it is, being affected, that's not the truth of my being. As soon as you say that, every part of you, your subconscious, unconscious, superconscious goes, well, what is the truth of our being. Go back to creating what you want. The truth of my being is I'm a powerful son and daughter of God. I'm here to walk the planet as a fully realized Christed being in perfect balance, where every step is walking the earth as an enlightened being, where every step is affecting the whole world. Are you willing to walk in that much of your love and your power and your light or not? It's a choice. So you want to remember that you're at choice how you're experiencing. Nobody does your feelings to you. You want to make better, healthier choices, because if you love yourself, you're not going to do the negative to yourself. It's about radical self-love, and there's always room for more love somewhere. And everything in the way of the next level of love has to come up. So you'll be breathing and radiating light and radiating love, and everything unlike that love has to come up. A chance for you to love it, because anything and everything in the way of the next level of love has to come up, because love is ever expanding, and there's always room for more love somewhere. So if you feel the need for more love anywhere within your body, within your life, within your relationships, your families, your communities, the world, if you feel the need for more love anywhere, whatever the need, whatever the problem, love is the answer. There is nothing more powerful than love. So you're going to breathe that light and that love through all those places within yourself, all those spaces, all those places. If you feel the need for more love anywhere, breathe it in. As soon as you breathe, the word spirit comes from the Latin word spirare, which means to breathe. And God breathed the breath of life into man. Then it's up to us whether we're continually reconnecting with that source of all life, that source of power, or not. And so, and I developed a technology that is designed for accelerated evolution, because now the shift has hit the fan of accelerated evolution, and you're at choice. Now, what do you want to create? So, we want to call forth all the energy of this timing for the Great Awakening, which will not be stopped. My guys have been telling me about this time for more than 30 years, that this Great Awakening will not be stopped. It's like a snowball. But I asked, how do we create the next quantum leaps of consciousness on this planet? And I was given a job to create technologies for this accelerated evolution time. And so that's been my job. Your job is to keep breathing, no matter what. Keep breathing. Okay. If we could create everything we've ever created, now what do you want to create? If you could feel everything you've ever felt, now how do you want to feel? It's your choice how you're experiencing anything. And if you find yourself creating something a little less than ecstatic, orgasmic, ideal, optimal, wonderful, fantastic, and fun, because girls just want to have fun. I'm blonde. I've done double blonde studies on this. As soon as you find yourself creating something a little less good, duh, like I could have had a V8, but duh, I forgot who I am. Oh yeah, I forgot who I am. And take that deep breath. Oh yeah, I remember who I am, and go back to creating what you want immediately. But everybody write down that little statement that what's this? That's not the truth of my being. That's not the truth of my being, because then it takes you back to your freedom of what is the truth, the real truth of your being. So, and then the other thing to write down, what's this really about? That little question, the clearer your questions, the clearer the answers. That little question has saved my life countless times, miracles. And I'm very, very blessed. I've been very blessed to see anything and everything completely heal. But what's this really about? Because as soon as you get the message from higher self what something's about, no more need for that symptom. Ask and you shall receive. That is the law. Okay. And yeah. So you're going to get excited about everything in the way of the next level has to come up. So you're going to get excited about it, right? Might as well. How you want to experience it. Because it's like the universe is going to show you where there's room for more love, because love is ever expanding. And that's what we're here for, is to live that. And where there is light, there is no more darkness. We're here to shine that light so bright that we create this amazing future that, that is beyond anything we've experienced up to this point on earth yet. A new heaven, a new earth, and it's through us. Okay. Thanks. Light exposes everything. Okay. No. How are we running here? Okay. So I do have a chant, some Hawaiian chants of blessings. Uncle George Naopi, the golden treasure of Hawaii, is my teacher of the chants. And this amazing time that we're in with this solstice star and this Jupiter, Saturn coming together to create new forms of light manifesting, because the Saturn's about manifestation. That's your creation power. What do you want to manifest? What are we going to create? We're at this crossroad of creation power. What are we going to create now on this planet? What do you want? You want to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Don't give away your energy to the fear. What would there be to fear? I mean, are you going to live the promises? Do you believe this is the promised land? And what promises have you made? It's time to remember the promises that you made coming in, because all those promises. And so with the chants, it's a very ancient science, because Uncle George Naopi is my teacher of the chants, golden treasure of Hawaii. I'm very, very blessed to have known him. Very, very blessed to have been teaching holistic health it's over 4 decades. And I've been very blessed to see anything and everything heal. We love miracles and bringing that power. So I'm going to share the chants as tools that they are designed to open up multidimensional awareness. They're designed to trigger your DNA and the memories held in the DNA. So you're going to use the chant, again, to turn up the volume on your own inner knowing, and use the chant to carry you to the origins within you. Because the Hawaiians knew where they were from. They knew they were from the stars. We know the core of the DNA. It's literally the pure sciences. It's the stuff from the stars. That's your star seed. So we want to activate that star seed energy within you of that pure light and that pure wisdom, so that you lighten up. And when you carry that charge, it allows you to discharge everything that is not of the light. Because the pure science is, as we radiate light, nothing that is not of the light can affect us. And the only thing that'll ever save us is our light and the power of our love. There is nothing more powerful than love. So in any darkness, it's a chance. Where's the love in that? Can I love that? Love is acceptance, allowance. Remember that appreciation, the gratitude. And that's what allows the healing. That's what allows the clearing. That's what allows the transformation, transmutation of the very essences of evil into the very essences of divine love. Because it cannot. The darkness cannot remain in the power of light. Should you choose to accept your own power, your every thought is affecting. So what are you, there are no insignificant thoughts. What are you choosing to create? So, Chant of Blessing. Well, actually, today is the first day where we're going into the ceremonial time of it's a chant for going into the light that is behind all light by means of the sacred breath of life. And so I'll be sharing a chant, Ho'opuka Ekala Makaikina, a chant about that, and But first, I think I'll share the chant of blessing, because it's a blessing that allows and supports you in instantaneous release. So breathing deeply and fully to allow yourself your fullest and highest experiences, your highest initiations. It's an initiatory time. You're initiating a new world, the dawning of the Age of Aquarius, this new Age of Aquarius. And Aquarius is breakthrough technology. This is the chant's an ancient breakthrough technology. I'd created an amazing breakthrough technology for healing the world. That's what Aquarius is for humanity. Sudden revelations for humanity. That's the Aquarian energy. And new forms of love to be expressed here, beauty and art and consciousness, and to embody that. So the chant of blessings, and I think you may have this, or they may show this on the screen so you can follow along. Let me take off the shoes for this. Ai no ana ke kawaii ka le te ki o ko e na malikalani malu e ho e ho na na ka wa wai ke. Oh Lord God, Goddess, all that is, fill us so fully, so totally, so completely with your love. We're willing that my will be thine will, that point of total willingness, thy will that my will be thine will, that total willingness to be filled so fully with that light and that love that you're allowing God and Goddess to be in love with you, through you, and as you. And in that point of divine union, of God and Goddess coming together within you, in that divine union, all limitations, all impediments, all resistances, all karma, all stuff, all kapus can be released now through the power of that union of love within us. How's everybody doing? Still breathing? Did everybody feel that? You want your cells to vibrate as feeling the power of your own light that's vibrating. As the cells vibrate with the power of truth, and it's going to trigger deep truths and memories within you. Okay, maybe we'll share that again because I have time. But everybody like that? Everybody's here? You want to, yeah, this is an exercise. And you can get it even better. Or we say on the Big Island, mo better. Yeah, everybody wants to be mo better. Okay, so there's room for even more light and more love. And I'll do this a little bit slower maybe so that you can follow, those of you that have this, because I believe it's going to be shared with everybody, which we don't normally do. These were the secrets. But then there was this timing of let the words fly free. Let the kapus be lifted. Let the truth be shared where there's no more secrets. Because things were held in secret in the mystery schools out of the fear of abuse of power. Well, what did that fear of abuse of power create? Abuse of power. and more fear, and fear of abuse of power. So it's time to correct that mistake. Sin just means off track, out of alignment. And let's call forth all the wisdom of all that's ever gone before us. Because you've been doing your homework, just be able to be fully here on purpose. You want to know what your highest purpose is. Look at all the homework you've done. You've done your homework. Now accept that master's degree from your own you. Do you to the max. You're going to use this as a chance to let go of anything and everything that no longer serves your highest purposes in being here now. So ai no na ke akawai kana helele ilai ke hio e ka ua koko e na kina malu kalani malu e ho e hulu mai ana ulaka ikana kaua wau wau noa Waikea, Waikea. Aloha. Okay. The chant for going into that light that is behind all light by means of the sacred breath of life and the ceremony belonging to the Ali'i, the direct descendants of the gods. I'm going to share this because we're all the direct sons and daughters of God. And it's time for all to know that we are the royalty now. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the star beings. This is the time of the great awakening, the global enlightenment. Okay. So this is and it also means let's pierce through, make a hole in the sun to go to the grand central sun. Go right through the sun to the grand central sun to receive all the solar initiations of our sonship, our Christed beingness. Through these ceremonies belonging to the Ali'i, the direct descendants of the God and Goddess beings that you are. Okay. So, ho'opuka e ka lama kahikina e kahua kahiheli no tumtahi ha'amainai ma hi'iaka tapolaka ika uluvehivehi nehi mainai vamaku ualo ho'ino oe te tapu me na li'ie eola maku amalolahi hala, ya. Hey, no, ma kakina. That's a chant in honoring of the dawning of the means of enlightenment. Glad you're here. Did you want me to share that one again too? Was it good? Each time it's a little different. Because it's being present with the breath, with the light, with the love, and allowing that to flow through you freely. You are, and let yourself be, the pure and purific channels for God here on earth now. Allowing the light to flow more and more freely to you and through you and as you. Ho'upuka e ka lama kahikina ye kahua kahiheli no tumatahi he'i mai nai wa mehi'i ako tapolaka ika uluvehi vehi nehi mai nai vamaku alo ho'ino e te tapu me na li'i eola maku amaloa lahi hala, heya hey no makakina. And may that activate all of your healing powers within you to be the healers of all that you touch, all that you think of, all that there is. And you know, healing means wholeness, means remembering the holiness of who you are, all that you are, and all that you're here for. That's what healing really means. And so I want to thank you for letting me share with you. We say mahalo. And I also want to say mele kaliki maka. Mele kaliki maka. Merry Christmas. Mele kaliki maka. Isn't that great? Mele kaliki maka is the place to be at this perfect timing on this planet. And we are so happy that we were invited by our dearest friend, great feng shui master who studied in the lineages of the dragon families, Pamela Edwards, with her language of space. I want to thank her. And I want to thank this beautiful being for holding the space for this timing
And
on the planet.
thank you. Oh my goodness. I was vibrating over there. I think the orange chair like helped me, vibrate. But it was beautiful listening to that chant and just letting that pin of like going through the sun. That's what I just imagined myself going through the sun into the main. It was like, oh my goodness. I'm still like, I feel the beautiful
Yes,
vibration
bringing
of light that you have.
all those solar initiations of the sonship and the Christ being this. These were the secrets of the Melchizedek, I like to call him. He's the big cheese, Melchizedek initiations.
Wow. Wow. And of course, the kahuna herself and your energy is so divine. And you do so many wonderful things in this world. And you enlighten many, 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 many people on stage. And it's interesting because you work in the science, but yet at the same time in the holistic science, so you get both sides.
This is pure spiritual science, which is very, very ancient, actually. But this was not the MIT talk. I got to get my kahuna robes back out and get them out of mothballs. And
no, thank you. And we're going to see you tomorrow.
Yes.
And so we have 5 more minutes to chit chat.
Oh, okay. Because I'm going to share some more tomorrow because tomorrow is about regeneration, right?
I love that regeneration because it's our genes.
Yes, and we have designer genes.
We do.
So we're going to talk about our designer genes, and I'm going to talk about. I do double blonde studies.
Oh, I have highs.
And and science can be sexy. So we're going to talk about some of those things of regeneration, the revitalization, that revival.
The revive is so important. So we're in our muck and we're pouring out our muck, and then afterwards, like this, like the lotus flower that opens up and just like the petals keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, and then this beautiful flower shows up from the muck.
Yes,
and that's tomorrow. We're gonna have come up from the muck.
And in the meantime, what I want everybody to do maybe tonight, I have another exercise. It's an old science trick.
Oh, okay.
I like tricks. Tricks are for kids, but no, this is a good trick. I like magic potions. Well, this is a simple thing. I want to invite everybody, send yourself to bath heaven.
Bath heaven.
Bath heaven. This is very, very absolutely vital and important to send yourself to bath heaven. Pure science. There's nothing does what a bath does, but you want 2 pounds of salt. 2 cups of salt, 1 pound. You can do more. 2 pounds is even better.
Like Himalayan or Epsom.
Like the cancer clinics do like 2 kilos. So
really?
That's 4.4 cups of salt. But anyway, pound of salt, pound salt, but salt of the earth. The salt, 2 cups of salt in the bathtub. Okay, salt. This is Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, real salt, Dead Sea salt, salt, kosher salt.
Yeah, you could get that anywhere.
Haines sea salt, sea salt in bulk. But Morton's will work in a pinch. But the salts you ideally have real salt, but Morton's will work in a pinch. I've done it. You make anything work. We're unlimited. So a pound of salt, nice hot salt bath. Put in some oils and things if you like. We have our salt bath that when Fukushima happened, I said we got to get the radiation fast out of people's bodies.
Ooh.
Yeah, so because the more energy, this was a powerful initiation. Your cells are vibrating. The first thing the body does when it has more energy, it wants to clean house. And the body will be discharging everything that doesn't belong. So the world's easiest detox now is to send yourself to bath heaven. 2 cups of salt, hot bath. Breathe, because it takes breath for energy to move. Everybody should know this. It takes breath for energy to move. But you're going to breathe. Aloha. Let everything dissolve into the water. You know, the hot salt water that will pull all the toxins like a magnet. Pull the heavy metals. Pull the all
That
the
makes sense.
yeah. And the emotional behind the toxins is the toxic emotional stuff. Let the water work with those old toxic emotions and stuff. And let go.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, send yourself to bath heaven. Skin's the largest organ of elimination. It's your 3rd kidneys. So you can let go of all the ways you've ever been pissed off about life, ever.
You know, you ever see children? They always enjoy the bath.
Yeah.
We should enjoy the bath. I put lavender also, so
Yeah.
salt and lavender.
And your crystals and your candles
Put it all in there.
and drink hot green tea. Because that'll take care of the COVID too. But anyway, you know, but it can affect you if you stay in your light and in your high energy. But let anything and everything you want to let go of, let it dissolve into the water, let it go down the drain, and say aloha. Thank you.
Your heart says, follow your bliss, embrace the light inside. Embrace the light inside. Embrace